Alrighty, I made some notes so that I'd be quick. If you know me in real life, you know that I talk a lot, especially about things that I love, which is one of them being LCCOA. So we serve over 60,000 meals a year in Lincoln County residents, all 642 square miles. So when you saw our Ellsbury, Silex, and Winfield sites close, a lot of people freaked out, thought that we were stopping serving those areas. We weren't. It's just those locations were hemorrhaging funds, so to speak. It was taking all of our effort, all of our funds to keep those 3 sites open. Once we closed those sites, we then had funds for 3 years in the future, now 5 years in the future, now 8 years in the future, now I'm over 10 years in the future LCCOA could run. I also do their grant writing. One of the biggest ones is $500,000 that I get from United Way of Greater St. Louis, all the way down to small community partnerships, which is more what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. Because although United Way and Toyota and places like that are incredible, getting local support is even more important than these huge corporations that don't even live in our community or understand what our people are facing. So, of those 61,000, I know it's over 6,000, in fact I probably have the exact number in here, but over 20,000 of those go unpaid. So yeah, we served last year 60,321 meals, and over 20,000 of those went unpaid, which is about 33%. So 33% of our meals are not paid for. Also, when I say paid, it's a suggested contribution amount set by the Older Americans Act of 1965. So guess what? We used to ask $4 per meal, now we ask $5 per meal. I will say that our meal costs $9.12 on average to make one single nutritious meal. So $9.12 for us to make one nutritious meal, and we ask a suggested contribution of $5. 20,000 more of those people don't even give us $5. So that's a huge amount of money that I'm used to making up. When I first got hired, I was a grant writer, then I took on fundraising, then I took on activities director, then volunteer coordinator, on and on and on and on and on. So one of the things I asked that I passed out to you guys today, if you didn't get one, if you have a business location and you have some place where you could sit out our newsletter, you'd be surprised when people sit and wait. They see this, they might check it out, and that would help us out a lot because our community partners, our sponsors, are inside throughout, like People Think and Trust there, Mandy. And then here at the back as well, these are our sponsors. So if you ever do decide to contribute to LCCOA, I put you in print in the newsletter, on digital newsletter as well. So if you go to our website, you can pull it up fully in color. And then of course, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now YouTube. So that was the next thing on my list to talk about. YouTube. We only recently started the YouTube channel. It's been only going for like a month and a half. For one, that being we had a previous YouTube channel prior to me working there, and for about 2 years I tried getting YouTube to give me control of the channel, and they just refused to do it. And I even asked the previous employee, he didn't remember logins, usernames, passwords, nothing. So I had to start fresh. So I started fresh. The reason I did that is because my husband is actually the gun show, and he's monetized through YouTube because I built his YouTube channel. And I started seeing how much money he makes every month just by doing something he loves, which is going to gun shows. He videos himself going around gun shows, buying a gun, and then going out to RA and shooting it. And lots of people love that. So granted, he's got a very niche group of people that love firearms, so building LCCOAs is a lot harder. I'm finding I really need to get community support from you guys, share it on your business pages, things like that. And then when I see somebody share something of ours, I go to your guys' page and I share something back. And so if you see me sharing a lot of, different people's stuff, it's because we're literally scratching each other's backs. And I have no thing better than I love to do than to help Lincoln County grow and be better inside of our community. So anyway, volunteering, if you're interested in volunteering, we are always looking for, of course, if you have your skill and your talent, our board of directors is a great thing for that, like to get on our financial committee, our fundraising committee, things like that. But even if you just have, I just want to help this one time, I make all the marketing materials for LCCOA, and that I was an English major. I was supposed to be English and secondary education, so I was supposed to be a high school English teacher. So grant writing, it's kind of writing, but it's not anything I went to school for. Marketing is not what I went to school for. Graphics design is not what I went to school for. So if you have any of these talents and you want to say, hey, I'll help you with your color run flyer, because our color run is our biggest, most important fundraiser every year, that'd be great, because I've been making those flyers for almost 10 years, and my brain is running out of ideas. do home delivered meals, which is what we're best known for. People call us Meals on Wheels. We're not actually allowed to use that name. Over in Europe, it is a non-for-profit that serves meals to people in need. The U.S. heard that and thought, wow, that's great. We're going to trademark the name, and now you have to pay us $1,000 a year if you want to use that name. When I got hired, I said, no way, Jose, that person's never going to get our money. I don't care that it's only $1,000 a year. That's greed, in my opinion, and I will not support that. So we can't say Meals on Wheels, that's why I've got to use these quotes, but it is what we're really known for. We also have on-site meals for congregate diners. So people don't realize too, you can come for our lunch hour, 11:30 to 12:30, eat lunch at our location, and hang out, do activities if you want. We have activities Monday through Friday. We have day activities, afternoon activities. Our Wednesday is our biggest day, so if you ever want to sign up to be a community partner, I'd likely come in and introduce you on a fried chicken day or a fried catfish day, because we have nearly 200 people in the building, for those days, just for a fried chicken. That's insane. Home delivered meals, on-site meals. Oh, information and referrals too. I like always being able to refer people. I lost my mother 3 weeks ago, and so I'm actually using a lot of my referrals that I usually give to other people is now who I am reaching out to for help. So if you have information, also info and referrals are welcome to come and present at the center. If you're not a community partner, you will not get a big, wonderful, booming day, but I'll still give you a day and a time to come up. And if they like you, they start coming to see you more often. I'll say I have 2 people that give Medicare advice, and everybody during an open enrollment season wants to come to LCCOA and give their Medicare advice. And I've learned, really we have to narrow it down to the ones that are actually there helping our people year round, and not just popping up, hey, it's open enrollment, hey, it's open enrollment, I'll never see you again, goodbye. So if you come to our folks and you're regularly at LCCOA, they're more likely to use your services. And when I say that that is not a waste of your time, the U.S. federal whatever came up with a how much money per dollar is spent in the U.S. every year. 56 cents out of every dollar is spent by someone over the age of 55 in the U.S. So saying that you don't want to advertise to people over 55 is really you losing out on a bunch of money there. We do vaccine clinics, exercise balance classes, nutrition education, cooking classes that are free that people get to go home with fresh food after the cooking class. Also, I got grants to put in raised beds that are totally accessible to all of our comm ops people, because we work really closely with comm ops, and seniors with walkers or can't bend down. So we have all these raised beds in our backyard now that we pull fruits and vegetables from that come inside, go on the freebie table every day or every week, and then we use them for the cooking class as well. So it's like this very intricate system of just constantly reusing. We don't waste food. When meals aren't used that day, we still styrofoam them out, put them in the refrigerator, and they're called a cold meal that we use to deliver on Friday for Saturday, Sunday consumption. So even though we only deliver Monday through Friday, I know I'm trying to get a lot of info out here, guys, sorry. So we only deliver Monday through Friday. On Friday, we're delivering 3 times the meals because they're getting a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday meal. And people don't realize that. They think because we're closed Monday through Friday that we're not feeding people on the weekend. We are. We're just not delivering it to them on the weekend. It's up to them to reheat those meals.
You said COMOPS, that's Community Opportunities?
Yes, Community Opportunities.
So people, adults with disabilities?
Correct. So people, adults that have disabilities, physical, mental, anything like that, COMOPS and Earthwise Industries gives them work to do throughout the community. Some of the individuals cannot hold some of these jobs, like at a Walmart greeter or this or that, blah, blah, blah. So they actually get paired up with us at Lake County Council on Aging. So their support person, and then their 1 or 2 individuals with disabilities come in, they pack up the meals. Well, they're already packed by our kitchen, but they put them in a cooler, they put the cooler in the car, and then they deliver those meals every day. And so this has been a huge part of what we are able to do during COVID, I'll tell you that, but then also what they're able to do and feeling productive. I mean, I get to meet these people and know them and speak with them, even though many are nonverbal. They do have personalities, they are amazing, they are wonderful, and some people don't even give them the time of day to get to know them. So that's another thing you get to do at LCCOA is enrich not just, our lives at LCCOA, but other organizations as well. COMOPS is one we pair up with. Terry Robertson Center is one we pair up with, Shielded by Faith, PALS, Edna Roberts. I get donations every Tuesday from Walmart of everything they can't sell, and then I redistributed that to other organizations. They give me want lists, and I go through the want list every Tuesday. I have 3 senior volunteers that help me sort it in a box with the organization's name on it, and if it's under the age of 3 years, it's going to go to Oasis. If it's over the age of 3 years, between 3 and 10, it's going to be going to the social workers or the Terry Robertson Center. And so we divide it out. If you have an organization that you'd like to get on our list, email me that as well, and I will put you in the list. I try and distribute as fairly and evenly as I can. We never know what we're going to get from Walmart. It's completely random. We have a sharing library as well, which is mostly adult books. I don't think we have any kids books. But if you want a place to sit and read, it's beautiful. We have art up. It's nice and quiet space, wall-to-wall books. And you can just sit and read. You can take them home, bring them back, or keep them. It doesn't matter. Oh, day trips. We just did a day trip yesterday. So I got Tony at Rock Around the Clock Party Bus. He said, if you could give me $65 for gas, I'll take him on a trip. And I said, heck yeah. So things like that too. If you know somebody that owns a party bus company and would like to do something where I pay for the gas and you get to take my folks out. Yesterday was like the best time of their lives this year. It was insane. First of all, I said, we're not leaving until 11 a.m. and I swear it's 10 a.m. and they're like, where's the bus? And I'm like, oh guys. And then finally I called Tony and he goes, I can be there. I only live 5 minutes away. So he got there early and they were just like rushing onto the bus, you know. And anyway, he's like, well, I guess we're all here, we'll just hang out in Hannibal longer, bye. And so he went and took him to Hannibal, they had a great day, and blah, blah, or Hannibal, Herman, no, wherever Mark Twain riverboat is. Hannibal, okay, I said it right. They got to go on the riverboat, they got to shop the streets, and that's a huge thing for our seniors because most of them can't actually drive there because they're not allowed to drive over 45 miles an hour before dawn, after dusk, or some of them just don't have a license at all. So that's the thing. 2020. Pandemic hits, every place closes, right? Not LCCOA, we didn't shut down a single day. We asked our staff and volunteers who was willing to still come in, who was willing to still deliver meals. We immediately came up with a plan that seemed totally simple in my mind. I said, no, we just walk up, knock on the door, place the meal down, step back to the car, wait for them to get it, wave, say hi, boo-boo-boo, and move on our way. I kid you not. I got reached out from like Alaska, North Dakota, St. Louis, Missouri, a lot of them. Anyway, lots of different states reached out to me and they said, you're still reporting on meals. And I said, yeah, we're still delivering meals. And they go, how are you doing that? And I go, oh, well, just really easy. You just knock on the door and you leave the meal and you step back and you wave at them and it's still a wellness check. And they go, oh my gosh, duh, why didn't we think of that? Like, it's just silly. But anyway, so then we got a lot of spotlight from that. AARP asked me to come and speak. United Way of Greater St. Louis asked me to come and speak. Today I'm going to MasterCard to speak to them after this. I really love what LCCOA does. I started working there 9 years ago. I'm 8.5 years sober. I do not attribute it as a coincidence that I started working there and I started helping people, and in turn it helped my life. And I think that that's a huge thing, is sometimes we're so inner focused on our own goals and our own lives that it's a detriment to ourselves and our community. And we really need to open up and see and help others, because the more I help others, the more I've helped myself. And I lost my mom 3 weeks ago. I know I said this before, but the support that I have there is incredible, and I could have never asked to be in a better place when something like that happens. So I just really think, whatever you like, if you like exercises, if you like, we have a guy that collects arrowhead things, you know, and just shows that, a guy who collects different coins and comes in. If you just have a hobby or a talent or something you like to do, I'd like to schedule you one day to just come in and share that with our folks. But anyway, when COVID hit, also the schools weren't prepared for it. I don't know about Winfield, mainly I was reached out to by Troy, but they were not prepared in Troy for it, and so they asked us to help. So we started delivering meals to all their families and their kids, and then I actually helped them come up with their drive-through line idea, where they prepackaged meals and then handed it out as a drive-through type thing. So I don't want just LCCOA to succeed. I want everybody in Lincoln County to succeed, and LCCOA is just a great way to do that, because we are from Lincoln County. We have been since 1978, served an entire 642 square miles. So it gives me that boat to kind of ride on my mission. Also in 2020, when we never stopped and we started giving out meals to younger ages, we then had to vote to change our bylaws. Our bylaws really kept us in this window of only helping people that are deemed seniors by federal government, right? So originally when we started, it was 55 and up. Then it was 60 and up. Then it was like 62 and up. Now it's 65 and up. They just keep raising that, level of what we get money back from federal and state, which is not much at all. But anyway, so we're not getting any money for helping these people, and it's all coming out of our pockets. So we actually voted 100% unanimous, change our bylaws. We are a community center since 2020. We do not turn anyone away for any service, meal, exercise, activity, resource, anything, regardless of their age. If you come in and you're 17, in fact, we had some young girls come in, and that's what started our quilters with the feminine hygiene products. They sold reusable feminine hygiene products so that they wouldn't have to pay a luxury tax on feminine hygiene products. I will say, I couldn't use LCCOA as this vassal because LCCOA can't be political in any fashion. So my personal vendetta was removing luxury tax from feminine hygiene products, and actually both of our senators just signed that bill. It's now sitting in Congress waiting to be signed. I wanted it just to be a regular tax on feminine hygiene. I just didn't want it to be, we shouldn't pay alcohol and cigarette level tax on something we need to live. And he said, actually, I'm going to one-up you, Lindsey. I'm removing all tax from feminine hygiene products. It is just like a prescription. It's just like a drug. You need it to live. There should be no tax. The government should not make money on women being women. And I said, so let's just hope Congress gets off their booties and does that. So if you ever have something like that, I'm working with Mary and Community Opportunities and Julie with affordable housing. I really want to get affordable housing. I want to get incentives for our builders to build affordable housing, because right now their incentive is we make $500,000 homes and we get a lot of money from that, right? So we have to make it worth their while to build affordable housing. The other thing is what am I doing on time? Am I doing okay?
Sorry, we double booked ourselves.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
So we apologize. Hey, just real quick before we go,
Yes.
we're doing amazing things at school. I'm so really sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
We're doing amazing things at school. The things that we're doing during the day, a lot of people don't see all those great things that we're doing. People see those things at night. This week, we do band concerts and choir concerts and NHS and all these things at night. But this week we've got a couple big things going on. We've got district softball that we're hosting. We'll be hosting games on Thursday, Saturday, and next Monday at our place. So we'll have schools from all over. And then Friday night is our homecoming game too, and that's going to be an event. And then, by the way, we're going to play a football game too. So I think we're going to have bounce houses and food trucks and
People's
everything.
Bank has been awesome. A lot of you guys have been awesome for our football game on Friday night, and you do a wonderful job. And it's
I was going to ask you if you have an industrial tech or any kind of tech class, because I just got funds for more storybook walks.
Right.
In fact, I applied for $3,500, and they said they loved my work so much they gave me $4,000, so they gave me more money than I asked for. And I want to put one in Ellsbury, Silex, and Winfield. So I'd like to get in touch with you guys. Yes.
I have to do a board report next Wednesday. You can come talk to me.
Okay.
The tailgate time, do you want to just plug that real quick so everybody can?
Oh yes, the tailgate. Thank you. Perfect.
We're starting at 4. Is that right?
Tailgate starts at 4 on Friday.
It's 4 to 6.
4 o'clock.
4 to 6.
Yeah.
If I had
Hot
it-
dogs, bounce houses, all kinds. They wanted to have a petting zoo. We couldn't do that.
And Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it's going to be a phenomenal event.
Yeah.
It is.
We're
So-
passing out 1,000 spirit sticks.
Yeah, so come join us Friday night. Again, we're doing great things all through the day and every night, but Friday's going to be a special night for us. So.
And we couldn't do it without you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll get in touch about storybook walks. I like the students to build them.
Great, thank you.
Oh, embrace the fingers. Yes.
Coffee talk.
Oh, yes. Every Thursday we have Veterans Coffee Talk. We host a location, we give them coffee and donuts. That comes completely out of our pockets, and we'll never ever stop doing that for them. We are now upwards of 150 plus.
Over 100 every week.
Yeah. So it is huge. It's actually still the largest in the state of Missouri. It was one of the first in the United States. So.
Would you be open to taking sponsors for that?
Yes, I let Roger, you can talk to me and I'll get your info, and I pass it on to Roger. I let him gather his own money for Veterans Coffee Talk, because if it goes into LCCOA's bank, I have to do a whole bunch of checks and balances and reporting and blah, blah. So I'm like, here, you want to help them? Talk to Roger. We provide the space and everything every week. Yes.
They have their own nonprofit.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Embrace the Senior. So next Tuesday, the Lincoln County Commissioners will be signing the annual Embrace a Senior campaign. It's a proclamation, and it's been happening since about 1983, that in November, we asked all residents of Lincoln County to, think about donating on behalf of those seniors that can't pay for their meals. So that's this little thing. And again, if it's not you personally, but you have it somewhere in your business, you can send it out. Please do, because that helps us spread the word.